Hey Scorpio, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm going to give you some messages for the month of June. Hopefully they help you. I've got your cards already laid out, so let's get right on into it, huh? Recent past, Seven of Pentacles here. So what that means, intuitively, it's like it's all about the time put in, your investments, with what you put in, what you reap is what you sow. For your love situations, in the recent past, you might have been feeling like you need to take a break. You need to focus on yourself. You're not really seeing what the benefit of putting so much effort into the love relationships there in the recent past. As far as your money goes, it feels like your money was on the upswing in the recent past. You had some good returns, and maybe with just a little bit more study or planning, you can really maximize your returns on your investments. And your investments can be time, it could be energy, love, or just plain old hard cash, right? So in your heart of hearts, though, you got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like intuitively it feels like just a need to pull back, or you're not really receiving what you hope to receive. So it feels like when you started to think about what you put in and what you're getting out, you may have started in your love relationships to start to try and remind your love interests. And this could be love in any sense of the word, but in your relationships, you started to kind of remind people, hey, listen, I do a lot for you. I am a really great asset and ally, and you need to recognize that and start behaving as such. All of that just to say, yes, you're correct. You are completely lovable, worthy of all of the adoration and attention. But if you've got to shove it down somebody's throat, that's just going to cause them to not see the joys of being with you. They only see that you might be just a little overbearing in that sense. It will push them away, okay? As far as your money goes, I feel like it's just a matter of, the money was burning a hole in your pocket. So you might have, just started pinching off of your extra earnings, your extra savings, and so on. And you might have gotten yourself, or you just might be concerned that this good fortune won't last long. You need to figure out a way to sustain your gains. Subconsciously, though, it feels like turmoil, conflict. If you could just get everybody on the same page, or it would all make sense and work out. But people are people. They're gonna have their own opinion about it. So it feels like you were really trying to prepare. Subconsciously, you just weren't seeing the plans come in together in the recent past, okay? It feels like, you've taken what gains or extras that you had as far as your money goes, and you can't really, subconsciously, you just feel a little bit stuck. How can you push it forward, right? So that's the recent past, or the first 10 days of June. It might feel a little sticky. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, As they say, it is what it is. Listen, this is all minor. arcana, right? So this is day-to-day shit. You've been through this stuff before. You can handle this. It's just, getting your physical resources, your emotional health, and your actions in alignment. So where that leaves you, the middle of June, on your mind, you're feeling quite burdened there. You're thinking about all of the responsibilities that you have. You've taken back the reins. I feel like, you've given them a second chance in your love relationships. You've given people a chance to do the right thing, to prove that they're, going to pull their weight. They're going to be worthy. And when you weren't seeing any forward movement, you took it all on yourself, So at this point in love, it's like you've got all the cards, If you want to give somebody a second chance, it's completely up to you. As far as your money goes, now you've decided to really tighten up your spending, really, probably not lending or, the same freedom you used to deal with your loved ones, especially in regards to money and finances. You seem like you are in the middle of the month just really like, hold up, let me hold on to some money and make sure that you are well taken care of and more than comfortable, because you can only depend on yourself, right? I feel like you have a lot though that you could use a little clearing out. So if you have some extra stuff that you've accumulated and you haven't been using it, consider taking a walk over to one of those bins where you can give the clothes and things that you're not using. There are a lot of needy people out there that could really use some of your excess at this time, okay? Towards the middle of the month, Scorpio. Your heart of hearts, you've got the Justice card, and I really like this for you. Especially, I feel like if you have a Libra placements in there, I feel like, the justice is on your side. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to. It's a good thing. You'll look back at what you were intuitively aware of in the recent past, the beginning of the month, and by the middle of the month, it will all make sense. It'll just be like, well, it's a good thing I didn't go and buy or pay that extra month of tuition, because now we're moving or whatever, you know what I mean? It just seems like all of the stall, all of the conflict is just holding you in place so that you'll be able to receive your just due. And I feel like people, the same people or love interest and things that you were expecting more from in the recent past, they'll show up for you towards the middle of the month. And you'll see there's a method to their madness as well. So, you might always be just 2 steps ahead because you're such an intuitive sign, so you can feel things, so you start to, take action and meddle or mix up into what's happening before it actually transpires, and that might cause some conflicts in your relationships, but it'll all make sense towards the middle of the month. Be cautious though. Any new contracts that you find yourself in, really read through the whole fine print And just remember, I'm hearing, if they tell you that you have to sign right away, that if you don't do it now, then you'll never get this deal again, then it's not for you, okay? Because any solid deal, remember, it is Mercury retrograde. Anything that you need to make big decisions on, if they're not giving you an opportunity to go over it, to shoot it over to your accountant, or to do some more additional research, then it's probably not the best deal for you, okay? Something better could be on the horizon. Subconsciously, in your love relationships, you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is just like, subconsciously, you might be, either you or your love interest, your partners, your family, might be having a complete temper tantrum. They're not getting their way. Someone's not getting their way. And it is causing them to act really immaturely about it, like downright foot stomping and everything. It's in the subconscious though, so it feels like whatever legally or whatever, however you are justified towards the middle of the month, somebody might not be too happy with the results there. So I think you know how to deal with it. Or you're just prepared for it. Don't let it torment your soul, okay? Yeah, this is also a good indicator to do some more digging, get to the bottom of stuff. Don't be rushed, and don't try to do everything yourself, 50-50 is the best way to get to the 100%, to the goal, okay? In the near future, you have the Sun, the happiest card. I know they say it is. It's enlightenment. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone, especially as it's, you went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands to the Sun. So if that doesn't say that whatever works out for you, that whatever justifies you, some people might have some temper tantrums, but you are completely clear about what is to come next. You are relieved. Things really turn out in your favor. And it feels like, I know it feels so odd to say, like, you just happen to know these things well before they transpire. And people might not be as receptive to your premonitions, I'll call it that, okay? However, you might have a chance towards the end of the month for some real new fun activities. I'm hearing, like, just really being able to start to enjoy this weather, the sun, and really be burden free, I just feel like, things won't even cost as much, you won't be as stressed about the cost of things, because the simple things in life will be so enjoyable. Just taking a walk, everything is brighter and beautiful. You might even get invited somewhere, I feel like, towards the end of the month, and it's really up to you if you want to take your money and run, take a trip, okay? Yeah, there also seems like there's a really great opportunity for you and a lot of the other signs towards the end of the month. The middle of the month, it is a little rocky. We are going through it, but towards the end of the month, everyone seems to get some sense of relief, a little bit of pressure. The valve is opened and let out some of that steam. towards the middle of the month. So by the end of the month, you can just breathe, I'm hearing, okay? In your heart of hearts, you've got the Two of Wands. So I feel like you have some good choices and what to do, how, planning out the rest of this summer, the rest of the year even. I feel like you really got enough information by the end of June to see how you're gonna spin it. Okay. Somebody might move on. You might even find a job offer somewhere farther away than you had expected. And it feels like this new opportunity, this new found freedom, it leaves you with a choice because, we do hold on to the past, It's like, oh, I can't just leave everything and everybody. You sure as hell can if you want to. Nobody can, you can't live for other people's happiness. You have to live for your happiness, okay? Towards the end of the month, it feels like it's a tough decision because it's something so bright and sunshiny and free versus I feel like your responsibility and things that you've already built and put into place, it's hard for you to let go of all that you've worked for so far in hopes of something new. But it feels like, if the opportunity presents you, yes, I know you've had that apartment forever, and I know you've worked at that particular spot forever, and you've been so comfortable with what you have. You worked so hard to keep all of this stuff. So for someone to say, you don't need any of that because I want to give you a new life, all you have to do is say yes. It feels like they might even offer it to you in the middle of the month, and I'm really advising you, hear your people out. Not everybody's gonna be like so happy for you. They'll have their temper tantrums, but you'll have all the information you need towards the end of the month, and it's really looking like if you're willing to let go of everything, this new life might not be so bad. I don't want to, you have free will, obviously. You got to use your intuition, but it feels like there might be a teaching job somewhere farther away than you've normally been, but it feels like it's worth it, especially if you take the time to educate yourself about it, really get enlightened about it, hear other people's experiences. You're bound to really enjoy what you have. You're gonna see things from a new perspective, but it'll be by the end of the month, it'll be like something that you dreamt about. It'll like this, I had this dream months ago, even years ago. Years ago, I dreamt that I would end up teaching in California or, somewhere upstate, I heard, and now look at it, it's here. So the outcome for the month, you've got the Hangman. He's not my favorite guy out of the deck, but he does serve his purpose. So I think it's just saying that being at this crossroads to walk into a new future or the past, just having that type of opportunity presented to you, Scorpio, is probably doing more for your health, your vitality. Everything inside of you is lit afire now because you have choices. You have options. You know, it's not the same old thing. You can completely reinvent yourself, which is what you do, Scorpio. So, just be honest, you know, with yourself and with others, you know. Resist the urge to try to cover up what you feel and what your plans are. You know, give people an opportunity to go ahead and have their little stinking temper tantrum. Okay. And you know, you are more mature. You can handle anything, really. I know it might feel like if you were to take this opportunity, you know, it feels like there's just, where's the rest of the money coming from? You know what I mean? I could move to California, but who's going to pay for the move? You know what I mean? Who's going to pay for the rest of my licensing or whatever? Like, where am I going to get all of the money from? Put it into action anyway. Take a loan. Do something so that this opportunity doesn't pass you by, okay? Don't let money be the reason why you don't take advantage of this opportunity, and don't let it be because other people would be unhappy because you decided to start anew, okay? Your advice for the month is the King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like him in reverse. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's not my favorite guy in reverse. He's a little chauvinistic, a little abusive when he's in reverse. I'm just saying. But as advice, this is saying don't let your mate, your love interest, your people rule over you or control you. Just because they're being stubborn. I'm kidding. Like I heard literally to hell with that. You want to be stank on your own time. I'm going to Cali. Okay. This is also just saying, you know, don't put too much onus on people who have money or more money than you. That doesn't give them the right to treat you any kind of way, and vice versa, you know, tarot. So if this is you, because you've got the purse strings doesn't make you invincible or not above reproach, you know what I mean? So it's really asking you to find the heart space, find the balance. Everybody can't be in charge of the money. How can you be a good leader? How can you be a good mentor without letting your ego get in the way? Are you being mature with your resources? Okay. Just because you can win a fight, you know, I'm just getting a sense that, you know, you really could crush somebody, you know, financially right now if you wanted to. And it's your right. You're not wrong. However, it's just like, what good is it if at the end of it, all you've got is your lonesomeness? You know, nobody's on your side anymore. Just be careful of your ego, okay? And you know, that sharp tongue, Scorpio. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for June. You can book me for a 1-hour session. My website, I'll be in the description box. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like this video or subscribe for more free content. Thank you.